I don't realize that people don't know some things. Today we're talking about anxiety, depression, and astrology, and some misconceptions that people tend to have, or just not aware. Just people are not aware, and it's hard, like for me, to remember that people may not be aware or know that they're not aware. So anxiety and depression, first of all, are much more common than people think. They're very common. What I want you to understand, like if, just to understand anxiety, depression, and in general, for good functioning, healthy functioning of your life, we have a physical body, right? Like this is my biological body. And then we have a mind. The mind is your emotional mind, for example. It's a sensory being. So it receives data or stimulation through its sense organs of the physical body. But the mind per se is a different body. It's not your physical body. Mind is different from the body. And I think people know this. Like, I don't know, but I think that's common sense, right? Like, you know that. I hope everybody knows that your mind is different from your body. It's a different being. It's a different body within you. So the rules of the body will not be the same as the rules of the mind. What will heal the mind will not be the same as what will heal the body necessarily, or almost never will be the same. And the challenges the mind will face will be different from the body. So the body can fall ill, right? Like you can have fever, cold, cough. That's a biological problem that's happening to you physically. Similar to cold, cough, and fever, just as common can be depression and anxiety. It's not a big deal. It's not in terms of being a bad thing. It's not something that you didn't do well or decided to bring onto yourself or because you're negative. It's nothing to blame for. It's just a fact. It's like, I struggle like to why it's being made such a big thing. Oh, sorry, there we go. So let me turn in my phone. So it's anxiety and depression is just like cold and fever that a physical body gets. So how common is it to get a cold and fever? Very common. Why? Because there can be so many viruses in the air, so many other things. Sometimes seasonal changes, immunity can be low. So internal and external factors can cause it. Same is true for anxiety and depression. Based on your emotional immunity, your internal willpower as a person, like your makeup, psyche, the growing phases of your life, what was taught to you, what was shown to you, what your experiences were. Your immunity will be defined partly by that, partly by what you've been brought up with you, like when you were born, inherently in you. Your genes, to an extent, not exactly, but to an extent, I'm using layman terms, but also things that happen outside. So, for example, if somebody had a really bad, accident of any kind, it can jar you emotionally, right? At least temporarily, if not, and it could also have permanent impact. So that can cause anxiety and depression. Like it's just like having a pandemic or a virus or seasonal changes. It's very common. Whether that's recognized by individuals or not is different, but it's very common. It's like it can be every third person can experience it. So in that sense, just consider that as a normal part of your life. But just like cold and cough, you want to also know how to treat that, especially if it's that common. Like, how do you deal with it? The physical body, the biological body, for example, has like medicine, which is artificial chemicals created by medicine, which has its own place. It definitely has its own place and appreciation for what has been discovered to help with the physical body recovery. But you cannot treat an emotional problem, which is a different being. Your emotional mind is a different being. You can't treat it with biological solutions, right? You can't treat wood the same way you can treat iron or metal. Cannot. They're two different things. So your emotional body is different from your mind. So to assume or think that medicine will, or I think it's been taught to us or brainwashed, it's a form of brainwashing where the medical industry makes you, I don't know if they make you believe, I think it's just, I don't know where that belief comes from, because I don't ever understand from where people think that medicine can heal or help with anxiety and depression. It's only numbing you. So it's basically numbing a certain sensation from going into your brain, like a painkiller. It's exactly like a painkiller, exactly like, right, for anxiety and depression. It's not healing anything. It's only blocking a certain sensation. And just like as you block a certain sensation like a painkiller, it won't last forever, so you'll have to keep taking it. But is it doing anything about your issue or your problem? Nothing. It's doing nothing. Literally zero. It's doing nothing for you. It's only numbing it out. It's only giving you a temporary way out. And the more you continue to numb, just like the more painkillers you use, the more it's harming you because you're putting artificial chemicals. So in my mind, like since childhood, like I struggle to think like, why would people think anything artificially made can heal you? Like, I don't understand that, right? It's very simple logic. You're made out of sand. We're made out of nature. So what will heal us? Nature will heal us. Wherever we come from, the roots, the same roots can heal you. And your mind and your body has the ability to heal itself as long as it's given the right path. It's as long as you open the blocks, you show it the way, we have the ability to self-heal. A lot of the things. We are unfortunately living extremely civilized life now where a lot of the things, even cold, cough, sore throat, even a major injury, like in my family, we grew up with herbal remedies. I remember my dad had a whole his toe of his foot was hanging on an edge. It had completely like broken. Imagine like your full, if it was the thumb, like the toe is off, it's hanging like that on 1 inch, like literally small bit. And we healed it only with herbal remedies in 3 weeks using turmeric. That's it. No medication. I had my ex-father-in-law, like even in my ex-in-law's house, herbal medicines were giant. And we've talked about huge injuries, massive, like that are life-threatening ones with rods in their heads and all that, completely healed with natural medicine. So because we're made out of nature, so why will we not heal with natural things? Of course we will heal with natural things, and why will chemicals heal us? That makes no sense, right? Logically, it makes no sense, and that's true. It can't heal you. It can only like prevent something for a temporary part, and also will be causing you harm at the same time. So because anxiety and depression is an emotional problem relating to the emotional body, you have to heal it. If you wanted to eradicate it completely, you have to heal it emotionally. You have to follow the rules of nature. If you want to treat wood, if you want to polish it, you have to understand the rules of polishing wood. You have to understand the nature of wood. You can't use metal techniques on wood, right? It's very simple logic. So I don't know if people don't think about it, or I don't know, like, because it doesn't fit into my mind of why we don't think about it. Like, why do people not think about it? But emotionally, in that sense, if you want to heal it, how do you heal it? You go to an emotional expert if you don't have the expertise, which most people don't, because it's not taught to us. It's not taught to us in schools. It's not taught to us at home. It's not taught to us like anywhere. In religion, nowhere. We're just taught to, like, religion values are given likely for higher like existence, higher consciousness, but there's no techniques given or understanding of how do you heal yourself emotionally, right? So physically, for example, if somebody had a sprain, one way of healing is to not interfere with activity, right? Give it rest, to give your body rest so that it can self-heal a sprain. That makes logical sense, correct? Same thing emotionally, but there's different rules. If you have anxiety and depression, you don't have to give it space. That's not going to heal it. There's different rules for your emotional body, and you have to understand those rules. You have to understand, get the awareness for it. And because we are not taught that in our day-to-day living, in our schooling, in our religion, in any way, we must go to an expert to understand the rules and heal it. It's very simple. I don't know if in today's day and age why people have closed-mindedness, taboos, lack of understanding or awareness, or wish or need to explore these techniques of going to a life coach, going to a therapist. Why would you not do that? Like, what is the harm in exploring it? Just explore it, right? Like, the worst thing, you will not get anything out of it, but it's not going to hurt you or make you worse. Likely it shouldn't. If you're going to it shouldn't. Hopefully it shouldn't, right? If you're going to an expert or somebody who's well-trained in their field and with the right intentions and more. And sometimes that can be, yes, you have bad doctors, right? Sometimes we go to a doctor, the doctor is not good, and we just change doctors so easily. Mentally, we're so open to it because a doctor is an expert of the physical body. So a therapist, a life coach is an expert of the emotional body. It's just very simple. If you don't have a good experience, you change it, right? You don't stop believing in the practice. per se. So I genuinely just hope that people, at least in today's day and age, like I struggle, like after being so educated and the world is so open to healing now, alternative healing, when people don't explore that. So for example, like, it's a different video on what causes anxiety and depression. That's a whole different video. But if, for example, anybody you know or yourself has suffered from anxiety and depression and you don't know a thing about attachment styles, you don't know a thing about what really, if I were to ask you, what causes your anxiety? Give me the 5 triggers. And you don't know the answer to that, that means you've not even understood your problem. You've not made any effort. So when you get fever, you will ask yourself, right? You'll ask the doctor, what caused the fever? Isn't that the first natural question that'll come to our mind? It should. That should be the natural question. Getting to the root of the issue and understanding the problem and where it's coming from and why. Same thing you want to do with your emotional problems, and you will not be able to get the answer because you don't have the expertise for it. So you need to go to someone, like we go to a doctor, you go to someone who's an expert as a mental health professional to help you understand the root causes and give you the way out. So it's very important that you don't rely on medication to resolve the issue. My personal, in today's day and world, the fluid world that we're living with, you're not allowed to say this, you're not allowed to say that. It's like complete nonsense, really. I will say, from my personal viewpoint, and my understanding, I have a master's in counseling psychology, so I have a psychology background. I'm a practicing life coach. I'm a practicing healer. I will tell you that in many cases, medication is not even required. It's just become a go-to for 2 reasons. One is people don't know any better. They don't question. They just jump to what's available, to what everybody else is doing. It's like the follower mentality. Second, the medical industry propagates it because obviously they have a lot of, they have limited beliefs, right? And they want to just suppress the problem, just like antibiotics, right? It can just suppress. It won't heal anything, but they believe in it. There's just limited beliefs. And there are others that are intentionally putting you on medication because that's a great business. And there are others who are doing it because they just don't care enough. Like they just want just another number, right? Like next person in line, next person in line. They're not intentional. There can be different reasons for it, but you want to be able to deal with the issue with the root causes, and it's completely possible to eradicate almost completely your anxiety, even depression. I have done it I will not tell you things that I haven't done myself. So if I haven't done it, if I don't know it, if I haven't seen it, I'm not going to speak it. So I can vouch for it from very, very deep depths of depression, anxiety, chronic anxiety disorder, all of that I've lived, I've overcome without taking a single pill. Never been pro that. I've never been pro chemicals in my body unless if it's urgent emergency needed. And I know that a lot of it our body can heal. And there are many techniques beyond psychology as well. So there's healing. Again, for healing, this is another thing. Let's talk about that before I talk about astrologies. There are people who are so close-minded to it, and either they're afraid or they're unaware or they just feel it's nonsense. I don't know because I don't understand that mindset, so I don't understand it. But it's just like your body sheds, right? Every day your body needs to eliminate, right? We have to go to the bathroom every day to purge things from our body and our system because you don't want accumulation of negative toxins in your body and negative stuff. It's just a natural, it's nature. We're nature. We're part of nature, right? The fluidity, change is a part of nature. You have to purge and remove things to create space for new things. Your hair has to fall for new hair, and it's very simple logic. It's very simple. So if you clear your body every day, if nature clears itself every day, leaves fall, new leaves are formed, why would you not want to clear your energy? Like, that makes no sense to me. Why would you not want to clear? We're electromagnetic beings. Science knows that. It agrees. Everybody should know that you're electromagnetic beings. You're not just some wood, like made out of some weird matter. We have energy beyond just the physical body that we can't see. We have an aura around us. We have an energetic field. We have chakras that regulate the energy consumption. Just like the energy consumption in your home is regulated, there's filters. Chakras are nothing but filters in your body. Why would you not want to clear your filters? It's very simple logic. Just clear them. That is what healing is. There's different kinds of healing. That's a deeper topic. But why would you not want to heal? Like, what is it going to do to you to clear your filters? It's only going to help you. It's not going to hurt you. If you're going to the right person who's not messing with your energy, who knows what they're doing, that is the important question, right? Like, who are you going to? That is important. That I understand. I can understand fears around it too. I can understand like the difficulty around that. But just the open-mindedness of regularly cleanse your energy, and you will feel better when your energetic field and your chakras, your filters are cleared, which is the deeper, they regulate your deeper bodies. Our chakras, our energy field regulates. It protects our physical body. It protects our emotional body. It protects our mental body, which is our brain. It protects all that. So why would you not want to clear the thing that's guarding all of this for you to function so well? Like, why not? Do it. It'll automatically safeguard you from developing or getting worse in your anxiety or depression. So it's helping you in so many preventative ways, like preventative visit to the medical doctor. So experience it. At the worst, just experience it and see what it's like, right? So I just wanted to put that out there. Hopefully it makes sense to someone. It'll open someone's mind and understanding and awareness, and it'll help you in your life. In terms of astrology also, unfortunately, there's a lot of brainwashing similar to the medical industry that has been done for different reasons, either people that have limited knowledge or bad intentions or don't care enough, and they just throw things out there. Astrologers included, a big part of it. They're making money out of it too, right? Because you don't know, so they're just playing with your mind in a way. But astrology is just a probability. It's a science of, there's more to it. I've made other videos, but it's a science of probability. But do you know what it is, actually? I don't know if you guys will understand if I say this. There always has to be storage of energy somewhere in the entire universe. And there always has to be regulation of that energy, moving of that energy, changing of that energy. The planets in our solar system, besides Earth, where there's the only place where there's life likely, besides like full life, a fully inhabited planet, they're just storing our energies. The other planets are storage systems. I don't know if you'll understand if I say that. I don't think any astrologer has ever said that. I've never heard it anywhere. I'm telling you, it's a storage system. The sun's rays impacts us, despite the sun being thousands, millions of miles away, right? I don't even know the number. All the other planets in our solar system, their rays also impact us. It's only that we can't see them. They impact us. They're impacting us physically, emotionally, mentally, just like the sun does. When the sun is down for several days, it will impact you emotionally, right? It will. It's not just your physical body. Our mood, our emotions are highly regulated by the sun's presence or lack of, right? Same thing is true for other planets. We're one unit. We're one family as a solar system. We impact each other. They impact us. That is what astrology is, in short. There's a lot to it, but based on when you're born, all of that. But it's basically an accumulation of a reflection, a mirror of all the accumulated deeds and karmas that I am bringing when I'm born. That's a little more complicated for those who don't understand. But in other words, it's just a science of probability. It's basically a chart, like a map of these are the options you have in your life. It's not, this is what's going to happen. It's not, that's not what astrology is. And unfortunately, astrologers practice that way and they make a lot of money, a ton of money out of people. If you were to spend that money on an astrologer, you'd rather spend that money on healing because you're going to cleanse everything. It's going to clear your path, clear your energy, make you more enthusiastic, reduce your depression and anxiety.